Alright, SlimmBob here. Time for another video. And this time, I'm afraid, it's actually a rant, this. It will be, anyway. And I didn't want to do this. Well, I haven't got a choice, you know, it's just... Because I'm doing assignments. The reason I ain't been doing videos, like, lately is because of my assignments. Because I've got, like, my big project's going to be handed in pretty soon. So usually with assignments I don't do a video unless I'm like really feel strongly about something. But this is definitely one of those times. And I'm talking about the ending to Mass Effect 3. If you know me, I'm a huge fan of Mass Effect. I think it's achieved something, even if you don't like the game, you have to, to me it's advanced the industry, like storytelling in games. Like, just like, you know, with the decisions, like, how you can carry your save over and things. I mean, Mass Effect 3 is a very impressive game. And I have thoroughly enjoyed it from start up until the last 10 minutes, I would say. Literally, I've not been that invested in a game since Metal Gear Solid 4. I mean, it really has impressed shit out of me, Mass Effect 3. And, alright, let's just talk about, alright, what happens in the end? Right. Well, obviously it's about the Reapers, isn't it? The Reapers are at Earth. They're attacking Earth. The Citadel has been moved to Earth by the I think it's the Elusive Man. No, he tipped off the Reapers. The Reapers have moved it to Earth. It turns out the Citadel's the catalyst for the Crucible, and the Crucible, obviously, it's supposed to destroy the Reapers. So, what happens at end? Pretty much, you go inside Citadel, when Crucible's in it, and you kill the Elusive Man. Shepard gets zapped up to this, I don't know what it is. It's like there's a kid that's been in his nightmares, and you have three choices, right? You can either control the Reapers, right? That's your first choice. The second choice, you can merge. I don't even know how does this even bloody work? You can merge organics and synthetics, because the whole idea with this boy is basically saying, because it's a god, it's essentially a god. This god is essentially saying that it created the Reapers because synthetics take over organics, like in every cycle, or that would happen if the Reapers didn't intervene. And the Reapers are part organics, so they actually take species. They chose humanity. We're going to take humanity to create a new Reaper. That's why they were a human Reaper in Mass Effect 2. And yeah, so that's why the synthesis, that's the idea that, you know, you stop that cycle from happening. But to me though, alright, I'll get to it, but the third choice was to destroy the Reapers. But as a result, that would destroy all, like ED and all the Geth and things like that. So all synthetics would be destroyed. And with every single choice, it destroys the mass relays as well. Which, I didn't like this ending. I didn't even mean to do this. Because the kid explains these things, I didn't understand it. I didn't quite get it. I wanted to hear it again, but you can't talk to the kid again. So, you're given these three paths, and I thought, I want to destroy Reapers. And because, you know, in the second one, it's like, you know, destroying collector base is Paragon. So I thought, well, surely destroying Reapers is going to be Paragon as well. Turns out it isn't. I actually did opposite to that. I controlled them. And in every single ending, except one, Shepard dies. Which, to be honest, that isn't a problem. I think if it was handled better, it wouldn't be a problem. But the one where he survives is, all that happens is on Earth, and he looks like he's dying, and he looks like he's dead, and then he moves slightly. So, yeah. I didn't like the ending. It really felt really disjointed. It didn't go with the rest of the game, because the whole theme in Mass Effect is choice. It's about you. Like, if you look at Mass Effect 2, it weren't so much in first one, it's more 2 and 3, but in Mass Effect 2, the whole point is you're recruiting people and you're getting this team together to go on a suicide mission. Just think about that. You know, you're not supposed to survive that mission in the second one, but you do, and you can make everybody survive. If you have strong enough will, you can overcome those impossible odds. It's kind of like God of War games, like Kratos always... that is the fun of them kind of games, because it's like, how the hell are they going to, you know, get past these odds this time? That is what I was really looking forward to in Mass Effect 3. I was looking forward... Cause as soon as they brought in Crucible, I thought, well, that's your choice. Your choice is either going to be to destroy Reapers or to control them. That is what I thought when they brought the Crucible into it. Because I thought, you know, it's pretty much a Halo. The Crucible, it's the Ark. It's the Ark in Halo 3. But yeah, there's a lot of problems with the ending, just like the way it's done. Like, for instance, all your troops are they're on Earth, right? What happens is, Shepard dies, right? The Reapers can either be controlled or they die or whatever, right? So what happens is, you see this cutscene after, with Joker going through a relay, I think is like in hyperspace, and he crash lands on this planet, right? And in my ending, Tali was with him. Like, him and Tali walked off of the ship. Now, I think they can have, like, I've seen some of them where there's like 2 crew members, or like in the you know, in the Fusion ending, it's Joker and Edie, but Edie's visor changes colour for some reason. But that doesn't make any sense, because all your crew members have their own jobs to do on Earth. They're fighting on Earth. The Normandy, and considering Tali was with me in my final party, so you telling me, when you got all them lasers coming down, we Harbinger, you telling me that Joker flew into that and picked up Tali in that time? I don't believe that for a second. I just do not believe that. So, they're all real bad. And the fact that the mass relays are destroyed, that means you've got all these different species on Earth. They're stuck on Earth. So, you know, Earth can only cater towards humans. They can't cater towards other species. I don't see how those other species can survive. And you got to think, I cured the genophage. So Krogans, how much are they going to breed? They get like, you know, when a Krogan's pregnant, they have 1,000 babies. They want to destroy the Reapers. It destroys your old synthetic life as well. And a huge part of this game is, you know, synthetics and organics getting along, if you know what I mean. Like, you know, the Geth and the Quarians, the Geth actually become individuals, like, if you solve their conflict right. And, you know, they work together, and, what do you call it? Like Edie, the whole big thing with Edie, because she gets a body at one point, and, you know, she, in the end, she says that she feels like an organic at the end. And that she, you know what I mean, she transforms in a way, and it shows just that's the thing. It's all about unity. The second one, if you did everything right in a way, you could make everyone survive. This game, it doesn't seem like you can't do that. I thought that, you know, by uniting the galaxy and doing everything, you know, and motivating everyone so much that the thing is, they hint at it so much as well, like how, like, if there's anyone who can do this, it's you, Shepard. That's what they say. How many times do you hear that in a Mass Effect game? If there's anybody who can get the galaxy and save the galaxy, it's you, Shepard. You hear that so much. That's Mass Effect's always done that, just to give you that hope and to make you carry on. And this ending contradicts it. It doesn't feel like it's part of the same game, in a way. Because he gives up. Essentially, he's told, you have to do this, Shepard. I mean, that thing and all, in Mass Effect 2, Elusive Man's like, you know what, why don't you save this thing? Why don't you save Collector Base? And then Shepard's like, you know what, no, I want to destroy it. I'll do what I want. I know what's right. But this one, it's like, you have to do this, Shepard. There's no compromise. It just can't. It seems strange. There's this theory going around that in that entire last sequence, Shepard's indoctrinated. So when you get zapped up, that kid is actually, they're saying that that kid might be just part of an hallucination, if you know what I mean. Which that will make sense, because it would, the Reapers would appeal to what Shepard, you know, his expectations. And in the end, I mean, they're saying stupid things like the logo on side aren't being mirrored and things like that, and it's like, come on, that's just programming, that's just, you know, an oversight, that's not actually there. But just, I must say though that, because at the end it doesn't feel as though you're not given a chance to argue with this thing, so like, it feels like that choice has been taken away, like you're being indoctrinated, plus the fact that they want to, you know, control the Reapers is, it's shown as a Paragon action, which, that's something I'd do on my Dennis file, you know, my evil file. I've always wanted to do that, like, to have him pretty much say, balls to Galaxy, I want to control these Reapers, I want ultimate power, because that is what it would do. If you control the Reapers, you have ultimate power of the universe, essentially. So that is something a Renegade would do. That's not a Paragon action. Destroying Reapers is a Paragon action, because that is a temptation. That power to control them is a temptation. In every other Mass Effect game, you've had the temptation, like with the, you know, with Council, like, you know, I'm tempted not to save them. You have to think, well, what about the galaxy? How would that affect the galaxy? What's bigger? And second one, it's like you're tempted to keep the collector base because the possible technology you could get from it. And this should have been the same. I think they should have stuck it as two endings. They shouldn't have brought in this other entity. I think the Reapers, I always thought they acted on their own, the Reapers. I don't understand why someone else would create them. And such a really, really over-the-top way to ensure galactic stability. It doesn't make much sense to me. Unless they're the enemies in DLC. That would be a cool DLC, actually, if it turned out Shepard was indoctrinated. He woke up on Earth. That shit where they're in another system, just, that never happened. In fact, I don't get it. But yeah, I'm going to redo that file and destroy Reapers, even though it'll kill Edie and Geff. That though, right, I reckon that, if it is an indoctrination, right, I reckon that's just to make him, you know, do the other thing, because he don't want to kill Edie. He's put so much time into unifying these forces, and that thing is saying, well, that'll kill him, so you don't want to do that, it'll be for no, you'll be sacrificing people. So we'll see. I'm curious to see what Bioware do. I wouldn't say it's not ruined game for me. A lot of people are getting really upset, and I must admit, it really, I didn't sleep properly last night, because I finished at like 1:30, and I was there for like 2 hours just trying to find out what other people had done, and I've looked at other endings, and there's 3 endings, there ain't 16 endings. It's like crew members, different crew members surviving, and like Earth might be destroyed or whatever. It's like Persona 4 has 3 endings, right? That's like saying that has loads of endings depending on how many social links you did. You know, it's, don't, you know. But yeah, I'm curious to see. I really want BioWare to release some DLC with a proper ending. I want them to work. I will wait 6 months for a proper ending if it's good, if it's satisfying. Because the thing is, it is all about choice. Mass Effect is about choice. That meter that you got throughout the game, war asset thing, that should determine which fleets survive and how many crew members survive, you know, from wherever they are. That shouldn't determine if Shepard happens to maybe survive on a Renegade ending. Seems like a really, because they stress that meter so much throughout the game, it really does have so little impact. Every decision you've made these last 3 games has no impact on ending, and they're all really similar. I mean, you always get the same cutscene about like this old man in future and this kid. He's like telling stories about the legendary Shepard to his kid, but you don't learn anything about what's happened to crew. You don't learn anything about the galaxy. So as far as I'm aware, the galaxy were destroyed, and they all died on Earth, and you got stranded on that planet, and they all died because they didn't have proper food. So yeah, in a way, nobody wins in end of Mass Effect 3. And I wanted the Galaxy to win. That is why I played 3 games, to see Galaxy win. That's why I played God of War all the way through. Because you want Kratos to get his revenge. And he does. It's just common sense. Don't... I mean, people saying it might be cliche, but it has become more and more mainstream, Mass Effect. And it is such a simple plot paradigm. You know, so stick to that paradigm, it works, it's satisfying. And offer choices, you know, that is the thing. If people want to have a perfect ending, they will go and get that ending. I would get that ending. Look at Final Fantasy X too, I did that 100% because I wanted to see Tidus on Zanarkand. And it was a very, very satisfying ending. I had to work for it, and it was worth it. And I didn't have to do bloody multiplayer. Multiplayer. I mean, you have to do multiplayer in order to get proper ending. Well, proper ending. Slightly less depressing ending. I don't know actually. It's more depressing because he's on his own on Earth now. So the rest of the game is one of the best games ever made. And that's the truth. From what I've played in my life, Mass Effect 3 is one of the... It is one of the best games ever made, except for the ending. I don't accept that that's the ending to Mass Effect 3. It's just something as big as that. It's strange. The thing is, they do characters right well, Bioware. The plot's just an excuse to have you talk to your crew. It always has been for me. So I would like to just see the crew doing things after the end of the game. You know, just to see how it's affected them. That would be so interesting to see. For those who completed it, for those just curious, yeah, what did you think about the ending? Some people liked it. I know a lot of people are really angry. I'm glad I'm not alone. I am I'm very disappointed. But the rest of the game, that's the thing. I think it's worth... I did about 30 odd hours on just with campaign, and I've enjoyed, you know, 30 hours of great gameplay. Just happens to be the conclusion isn't very good. I think it's definitely worth checking out Mass Effect 3. It's just, please release a DLC. Please fucking release a DLC. Because it isn't finished. It isn't finished. It seriously feels like there's something missing. Like something big missing. Give us that choice, please. Just, the thing is, it's like, if he wakes up on Earth, how did he even get back to Earth? Because Citadel's in space. How's he got back to Earth? His suit's half broken. It's not like he's got any protection rope. So that to me says that isn't real. If he's on Earth, how can that be real? Can't. And how can the Normandy be on another planet? One ship there's loads of these fleets. One ship decides to fuck off. Are you telling me only one ship decided to fuck off? Nope, I don't buy it. Something's missing. Bioware, you have to explain this, because it's going to be bugging me. But anyway, yeah, this is SlimmBob's. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.